NASCAR just did something no one saw coming. Something unthinkable. They didn't tweak a rule. They didn't add a sponsor. They didn't just slap a new logo on a dying tradition. No, they cracked the entire system wide open. And the reason why, a guy named Cleetus McFarland, that's right, a YouTuber with a mullet, cut-off sleeves, and over 4 million followers may have just forced NASCAR to change the Daytona 500 forever. Let me explain. For decades, NASCAR has tried to attract young fans. Millions of dollars, endless brand deals, polished social media campaigns, all designed to keep the sport alive as its loyal base. Well, gets older, and the results: stale, flat, corporate. The kids didn't come. But then came a viral storm. A red, white, and boosted hurricane named Cleetus McFarland. Cleetus didn't come from racing royalty. He came from YouTube. Garrett Mitchell, that's his real name, was just a high school kid filming street racing clips when a guy named Kyle Loftus, the owner of 1320 Video, took a chance on him. I filmed a video of a street race, and I showed it to him because he was the only guy with a YouTube channel in town, Cleetus said. I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life, and he ended up using the footage in his video. And just like that, Garrett got his first taste of content success. Not from a racing team, not from a NASCAR internship, from a borrowed camera and a viral video. He didn't ask for money. He asked to help. Could I help you do your social media? I'm just in high school, he remembered asking. Kyle said yes. And that yes led Garrett, now fully known as Cleetus, to become the most watched grassroots racing figure in the country. And that's no exaggeration. His channel exploded, his nickname stuck, and his audience grew into the millions, more than most cup drivers could dream of. And here's where it gets wild. NASCAR noticed when Cleetus raced in the ARCA series at Daytona, they let him bring an in-car camera. Smart move. That single live stream pulled in 40,000 live viewers. The post-race highlights, over 5.8 million views. That's not just a good number, that's game-changing. How big? Social Blade data showed NASCAR's official YouTube channel gained 30,000 subscribers in 24 hours because of Cleetus. That's more than some races bring in over entire weekends. And what happened during that race? Chaos. Qualifying got rained out, so Cleetus had to start 23rd. His goal? Just finish. But Daytona isn't a peaceful Sunday drive. It's a high-speed blender of metal and mayhem. On lap 12, Amber Balcaine spun out. Cleetus got caught up, hit the wall, and limped on with a bent-up car. But a few laps later, Balcaine spun again right in front of him. He slammed into her. Game over. He finished 30th. But something strange happened. People didn't care about the result. They cared about him. His post-race interview went viral. His voice cracked with joy as he said, "That was the best day of my life." He described racing at Daytona as ripping like a bald eagle. It didn't sound like a PR-trained robot. It sounded real. And that's exactly what NASCAR's been missing. Even NASCAR's own Mike Joy had to admit, we have 18 and 20-year-olds coming into the Cup Series and making a mark. The fan base is getting older. We're not attracting the younger fan base that we need to move this sport forward into the next decade. Cleetus proves something with one wrecked car and one GoPro. The future of NASCAR doesn't need to be clean-cut or perfect. It needs to be relatable. That's why Dale Earnhardt Jr., yes, the Dale Jr., brought Cleetus onto his podcast, The Dale Jr. Download, Dirty Mo Media even teased the episode, saying fans should buckle up. And they weren't wrong. This wasn't just a one-off gimmick. It was a signal. Cleetus isn't just playing race car driver, he's changing the rules of who gets to be in the driver's seat. He's showing that personality, content, and connection can beat pedigree and polish. And here's where NASCAR went completely off script. They're changing the rules for Daytona. Not for safety, not for money, but because a guy in jorts with a selfie stick just showed them how to stay alive. But that's just the beginning. Let's pick up where we left off, because what NASCAR just did is unreal. After Cleetus McFarland's Daytona debut exploded across social media, after 5.8 million post-race views, 30,000 new subscribers to NASCAR's own channel, and fan clips going viral left and right, the execs in Daytona Beach had a decision to make. Ignore it. Write it off as a fluke. Nope. NASCAR did something nobody expected. They changed the rules. Not small tweaks, not business as usual. We're talking massive Daytona 500 impacting rule changes, all triggered by a YouTuber with a camera in his face and oil under his nails. Why? Because NASCAR saw the writing on the wall. If they don't let new voices in, there might not be anyone left to listen. Here's what's happening. NASCAR is officially making influencer integration a core part of its broadcast and team strategy for Daytona. That means more in-car cameras, more digital access, and yes, more non-traditional drivers with big online reach getting real seats in real cars. It's what many inside are calling the Cleetus clause. We're not making that up. The so-called Cleetus McFarland effect has become the blueprint for bringing in Gen Z fans. It's already being used by teams scouting new talent, not just by lap times, but by follower count. Cleetus didn't just bend the rules. He redefined the playbook. And if you think Daytona was a fluke, think again. Cleetus came back for more, this time at Talladega. And what he pulled off shocked even the veterans. He started 24th mid-pack in the number 30 Rhett Jones Racing Ford, a place where most rookies get swallowed whole by the draft. But not Cleetus. Early on, he charged forward, ripping through the field. The dude was cooking. But just when it looked like a miracle might happen, mechanical trouble hit. Valve spring failure. The engine started to fall off. The pace dropped. Most rookies would have given up, but not him. Cleetus fought to stay on the lead lap, leaning on every bit of advice he got from NASCAR veteran Greg Biffle. He said after losing the draft, the engine turned into a dog, but he didn't quit. Late in the race, Talladega struck with its usual chaos. A huge wreck, metal flying, cars spinning. Cleetus somehow dodged it again. He restarted 14th in overtime, one lap to make a move, and then another wreck before turn 1. Somehow, again, Cleetus weaved through the carnage and crossed the line in 10th place. Top 10 in just his second race, 70,000 fans were watching live through his in-car camera. Not NASCAR's broadcast, not the official feed. They were watching Cleetus raw and unfiltered. That's unheard of. Most people watching had never tuned into an ARCA race before, but they were there for him, for his energy, for his jokes, for his unpolished, honest racing spirit. You want proof? NASCAR is changing? Look no further than this. They're now investing in creator-first race coverage, giving drivers more freedom to stream, post, and interact with fans directly during race weekends. This never would have happened 5 years ago, but Cleetus proved that fans don't just want to see the race, they want to feel like they're in the driver's seat with someone they know. And yes, he's still just getting started. Despite the Daytona DNF, despite the Talladega mechanical issues, Cleetus hinted that he'll be back. Maybe this fall, maybe even sooner. And you can bet the stands will be packed not just with race fans, but with followers, vloggers, streamers, and yes, new believers. Cleetus said it best himself, ripping like a bald eagle. That wasn't just a joke. That's a mission statement. Because this isn't just about him. It's about a whole new generation of racers. People who didn't come up in go-karts or million-dollar programs. People who came up making videos in their garage. People who know how to tell a story, connect with fans, and race their hearts out. Jake Paul did it in boxing. Mr. Beast did it for brand marketing. And now Cleetus McFarland is doing it in NASCAR. So now we ask, if a guy with a camera and a mullet can shake the entire foundation of stock car racing, what happens next? Does NASCAR double down on digital stardom? Do more influencers get behind the wheel? Do traditional drivers start feeling the pressure to entertain and perform? You tell us. Is this the beginning of a new racing era, or the end of the old one? Let us know in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The future of NASCAR isn't just about horsepower.